Lord Yehovah, Bashem Yahushua, Bashem Yahweh, the ones, the elders and the apostles, the great most of Jesus as well. Today, we're going to get into the scriptures as we're commanded to do so. Scriptures as we are commanded to do so. Us being the true Israelites of the Holy Scriptures. The Israelites of the Holy Scriptures are not the so-called white people today. I'm talking about pure white people that are not Israelites by blood, going back to see line of their fathers, who would be Edomites. The true children of Israel, according to the scriptures, are the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Right? The peoples who were brought to this land by conquest, or who were conquered here, and some were brought.
I don't care. I don't want to share.
So. I was a little bit frantic on the way coming here, you know, just looking at the news. Yeah. I found one article that I'd like to get into. Basically, the United States, which is Babylon according to the scriptures.
Keep showing your inside package.
He's talking about fucking tired. But like, I don't know if she's talking to me or talking on the phone, but like, you know, this is this type of stuff, and that's a nigga woman for you, man. You know, a nigga woman has lost everything, man. I could go into Isaiah, the 3rd chapter, Isaiah, the 4th chapter, go into all of it, but I'm not in the mood. I just want to get into the scriptures and then get the fuck out.
That's why you're always like.
I'm not here for any other reason than to teach, do what I'm supposed to do, the how Bashem Yahushua commanded us to do. So, this is from 4 days ago. Why America's sky missile deployment to Israel.
This frozen ices. That.
News.go.com. Why America's Sky Missile Defense Deployment to Israel.
Sorry.
You're not in the shot. It's turned over to me. Why America's Sky Missile Defense Deployment to Israel is a gamble in Iran conflict. That's how I know I'm doing the right thing. It's just, you come out here week in, week out. It's always fucking something. Like, you start out 2 seconds and you're already getting fucked. Just keep your goddamn hands off me. So, around 100 United States troops will soon be on active duty in Israel to help defend the country against the potent missile threat from Iran and its regional allies, most notably Hezbollah and Lebanon. Will be deployed with a terminal high-altitude area defense, sky battery, a $1 billion weapon sent to hotspots including South Korea, Guam, and the UAE to blunt the ballistic missile threat posed by America's adversaries. But that deployment is both a political and military signal ahead of Israel's expected retaliatory attack on Iran in response to the latter's October 1st ballistic missile barrage. Which did a lot of damage and forced them to, those Amalekites to run away, into little shelters. I think we should view the sky deployment as what it is. It's another visible statement of our commitment to security. Israel deals with everything that's come at it from Hamas and Hezbollah, like the American Army Secretary Christine almost said this week. So let's get some precept. Second Ezra, chapter 9, 1. Of course, Prophet Ezra, he was actually Archangel Uriel, I believe this pretty much means fire of the power, light of the power. Because all angels are men. There's no such thing as a female angel. So it's the book of 2nd Ezra 9:1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in thyself, lest these part of the signs past which I have told thee before, and thou shalt understand this very same time when highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Right? One of these signs that we were warned of, right? Wars, rumors of wars, famine, death, pestilence. These are all things that were prophesied to come. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 4. Elisha answered and said, take heed that no man deceive you, for they shall come on my name, saying, I am the Mashiach, that shall deceive men, right? Which means the anointed or the Messiah, right? If you guys that case day, people coming around saying that they're the Messiah. You have people going around saying that they're King David. You got one big, bulbous, black buffoon walking around here, some jig, goofy ass jig, trying to say that he's King David. The scripture says, these latter days, wicked men will wax more wickedly, so say the righteous be righteous still, and the wicked be wicked still. So when we see stuff like that, we don't rebuke you to defend the gospel. We're just gonna leave it like that. If you see a lot of people caught in that, and Jake's caught in that shit, just be stuck, Verse 6, you should hear wars and rumors of wars, you should be not troubled. All these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, and pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Because we're seeing right now, this way you got these Amalekites, they dying, they're getting wounded. 55 wounded here, they're getting blown up. Stuff like that, they're living in fear. Right? This is a sign in the beginning of sorrow. It's only going to get worse, not just there, but everywhere. Right? So, it's the book of 2 9:3. You see earthquakes, earthquakes the people in the world. Christians will understand the Most High speak of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. People are fucking drunk on a fucking Sunday. People don't have to go to work. I gotta figure camp out. I keep telling myself I'm gonna figure it out, but I really gotta try to figure out some better stuff. But a lot of it's just stuff that we gotta deal with. It's just a lot. Right? This book of 2nd Ezra, Jeremiah 28, and Verse 7, nevertheless hear thou now this, where they speak in thy ears, and those people that prophesied them before me, before the old prophesied both against many countries, against great kingdoms, the war, and evil pestilence. I think he was, okay. Also Zedekiah was prophesying before. Oh no. This isn't a Babylonian period, so it's just fun. I gotta go back into the book again. I actually gotta review it. I don't think I finished it before. I think I got pretty deep, but we're deep into the book, and then I just stopped. So I've been reading a lot of Job. I gotta get back into this again. If I had my little Bible handbook, I would have just pulled up the history real quick. But we'll get into the point. Alright. God that before me, before the of old, prophesied both against many countries, against great kingdoms of war, and even the pestilence. The prophet prophesies peace, and the word of the prophet shall come to pass, and that then shall the prophet be known, that the Lord actually sent him. Right? Yeah. Verse 9, and until some prophet against people will show he's right, and then once the just come true, know that he's really from the Lord. Right? This is Hananiah. Prophet, yeah, he was a false prophet. He kills him. They didn't get the Lord killed him. They didn't murder him. Killed him. He died. I gotta get back into this again. But there's a time I went into this once before. The point of the matter is, the prophets that have been before us, you know, we prophesy against the same thing, against wars, destruction, mayhem. You know, the whole book of Jeremiah, a large chunk of that, of Isaiah, even though you can't, you know, take the scriptures and, you know, apply it to nowadays. A lot of the things going on, you know, prophesying about the destruction, of Israel, of Judah, and it came to pass. You know, if that happened back then, and they were using like Amen, they would be like hornets and things like that, like in these nations, hornets that would take their ass down. You know, what's gonna happen to us, right? Well, not the same thing, but you know what I'm trying to say, right? What they said back then was true, right? Many prophets, the reincarnation, right? Which we believe, we have faith in, right? The same thing is gonna happen now, right? We come out here week in and week out prophesying that, hey, this place is gonna come down. And it's gonna happen. You gotta really have faith that's really gonna come to pass. Alright, so it's the book of Romans, chapter 3, verse 3. For whether some did not believe, should their unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect. God forbid, that the Most High be true. That every man alive is written that thou mightst be justified in thy sins and mightst overcome when thou art judged. Right? So if some don't believe this truth, does it make it untrue? Absolutely not. You know? So Jeremiah 49 and 20. Therefore, I heard the counsel of God that I have taken against Edom and his purposes that he has proposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make the habitation desolate with them. Right now, Teman is talking about the Germans. They call the wise men of Teman. The Germans who get the atomic bomb and everything, Oppenheimer and so on and so forth. These German scientists, right? But at least the flock is talking about Amalek, man. The ones who claim to be us, right? Who have stolen, our heritage. Right? So this is Ezekiel 36. This is a comment I get. Right? Speak of Ezekiel chapter 36. Verse 5, therefore, thus saith the Lord God, surely in the fire of my jealousy I have spoken against the residue of the heathen, against all of Dunya. Let's start from the time. Also, thou son of man, prophesy unto the mountains of Israel. See, ye mountains of Israel, hear the word of the Lord. Thus saith the Lord God, like the hour. Because the enemy hath set against your heart, even the ancient high places, ours in possession. Therefore prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord God, because they have made you wastes, and swallowed you up on every side, that you might be possession into the residue of the heathen. You are taken up in the lips of talkers, and the infamy of the people. Before you, mountains of Israel, hear the word of God, for saith the Lord God, the mountains, the hills, and the rivers, and the valleys, the desolate wastes, and to the cities that have forsaken, which became a prey into the desolate, prey to the division to the residue of the heathen around. Of course, this happened back then, and it's happening now. We're prey in the division, even us coming out here on the streets. Look at how many times I've been harassed, just trying to push the word. Trying to push the word out for the Most High, And that's how he goes to show that I'm in the right place, right? Because Proverbs 9, I think it may have been Proverbs the first chapter, says that wisdom quiets without openings and the gates of the city. Right? In the ancient world, you had gates surrounding a city, And the opening of the gates, you had a lot of nobles, that's where a lot of the business and things kind of went down and whatever, So we're not hiding this wisdom. Like it says in Sirach, what is wisdom? What profit is wisdom that is hidden in napkin? There is no profit, We're, pushing out this, truth and this knowledge, to get it out there to the whole full light, right? Which is, it doesn't regard, it's regardless of color. It's not about complexion, it's not a complexion thing. It's about the spirit, right? If you have the spirit, that means you go back to your forefathers, you have to be on the sign. Right? They go back to the tribes. I don't want to rant too much. Right? Verse 5, therefore thus saith the Lord God, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, against all Idumea, which I appointed my land to the possession, with the joy of all their heart, and the spiteful minds to cast it out for a prey. Right? And that's what it is, right? And it's a certain branch of the Edomites who have taken over that land, Israel, which is not even the true name of the land according to the Hebrew, right? Said they broke it, recovered from the Hebrew, which isn't really true. The original Hebrew doesn't have tenses. The tenses, I just have brought it out that that came from like the Nazarites. A lot of Hebrew that's even when you read it in the blue letter, it's based off of Masoretic Hebrew. It's not the real original. There's no what's it called. You have A's, there's no E's. We both say there's no vowels. So I gotta go back into all that stuff and really it's an I-E-I-O-U. There's no U's, there's an I, there's no O's, there's no It's just things sound weird. You know, it's not the true Hebrew according to scriptures. Alright? Go back into this. That's weird. Back into it. Right, outside, therefore concerning land which shall see into the mountains of the hills. Yeah, verse 5. Ezekiel 36:5. Therefore they said to the Lord God, show the fire of my jealousy, right? These missiles, right? And we spoke against the rest of the heathen, against all like doom, right? Because Edom and associated Ishmael was in our land.
I don't want to.
And against all like doom, which in front of my land, to possession of the joy of their all their heart, despite for minds to cast out for a prey. You know, exactly. Spiteful minds. To cast out our land for prey. They call themselves us. You know, when we come out here and teach, you know, they happily come online and say that, oh no, y'all just some niggas. No, y'all could never, you know. Trying to make it seem, they try to even rewrite the Canaanites to make them seem like they were fucking Edomites and shit. You know, do weird shit, trying to make them Ishmaelites. Madness. Right? Verse 6, Paul said, therefore, consider the man of Israel said from the mountains to the hills, as the rivers to the valleys. Thus saith the Lord God, behold, I have spoken in my jealousy and my fury, because ye have borne the shame of the heathen. Therefore, thus saith the Lord God, I have lifted up my hand, show the heathen that are round about you, they shall bear their shame. Right? That's what's going to happen. They shall bear your shame. Right? Because they shame us all the time. They say that, you know, the so-called blacks, you know, they're always stealing stuff. Say the same thing about Hispanics. Right? You know, and we talk shit. You know, so. That's right. So I pulled this up. It's book of Isaiah, chapter 26, verse 10. Right. Isaiah 26 and 10. If you be showed to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness, and learn not righteousness, rightness, will he deal unjustly, and not behold the majesty Lord. This is what it is. We're in the land of uprightness right now, right? Which, you know, now that I'm talking about it, we got to go back to the Book of Kings. I believe when the Assyrians first took over, they kicked the northern kingdom out of Samaria. They brought out different heathens, because that was the foreign policy of Samaria. Right, pretty much displacement. But they brought different heathen, you know, Hamites, Elamites, right, to go take over and live in the land of Israel, live in the northern kingdom, in that territory, right? And when that happened, right, they didn't know the laws of the land, right? So they didn't follow the land Sabbath or nothing like that. They didn't follow the laws, right? And what happened? Lions, you know, different animals came and killed them. Right? And that just goes to show you that's why, you know, shit going to keep going down. If they were the true people, then nothing would go down in that land, right? Because the prophecies will come to pass, right? This book of Isaiah 2:1, where Isaiah the son of Amos saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem, which come to pass in the last days, the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established. At the top of the mountains it shall be exalted, above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it. Right? When does that happen? Right? This means, right, that our people, the real understanding of it is our people, so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, we descend from those chariots and come down, you know, have put our slaves and have the kingdom be rebuilt, right? That these nations are going to come to us, right? When we're not glory, right? Many people shall go and say, "Come ye, let's go to the mountain of the Lord, with the government, to the house of the God of Jacob. He will teach us in his ways. We walk in his paths, for Zion shall go forth with the law and the word of the Lord for Jerusalem." As these nations are out there, they're going to come to us, and they're going to learn from us, and they're going to be under us. Right? They shall judge among the nations. They shall root many people. They shall beat their swords to plowshares and their spears to pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift a sword against nation, and neither shall they learn war anymore. Right? Nations are learning war, and as we speak, you got like different nations in Taiwan, they're training. You got all these NATO training bases. You got all these Russian training bases. They're probably drilling jiu-jitsu, wrestling, and because Russia is probably doing all kinds of shit. You got special forces still around. You got Israeli special forces. You got all these wars going on right now. You got Israel doing strikes and airstrikes. Right? If they were the true people and they were in that land, there's not supposed to be war. That's pertaining to Isaiah the 2nd chapter. That just goes to show you that they're not the people, that they're imposters. And as I said, that they are Amalekites. They're a certain branch of the children of Edom, Amalek, right? Because Numbers 24 says that Amalek is the first of the nations, right? And here in America, they are the first. They're the first among the nation of Edom. They're all in the media, they're in BlackRock, and everywhere, They're 100% convinced that they're us, right? It's them. No, we're in the back, going these streets. This is gonna be the last one. It's the book of Hosea, chapter 1, verse 10. The number of Israel shall be the sand, the sea which shall be measured, number that shall come to pass. And the place where it says, and you're not my people, that there should be said, you are the sons of the living God. It's first started, the Spirit coming upon our Bivens, and He started to teach us who we really are. So for us, it's all trickled down eventually to, us brothers that are around now, learn. And we just keep pushing. So let's turn this off. So with that, basic little camp. So I'll let them know,